Can you hear me?
Yes,
All right.
we
Yes,
Sorry
we
for
can.
that
can,
breaking
but
connection.
you were breaking earlier.
Sorry for that breaking. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. All right. So I was talking about my the friend I met in masters, my master's degree, and it was really in that space. But for me, I wanted advertising, so I was not really interested. But as it went on, and as we took the course, we did, of course, we did branding, we did news media, we did a lot of media courses that really gave me that grounding that I have right now in public relations. And he would speak about it, and I we also did public relations course. Okay, opened my eyes to what public relations is, and because of my friend as well, definitely I had an idea. And in the course of our friendship, he taught me how to write a press release, and I learned how to write it. I didn't think that it was going to come in handy at all. So fast forward to our internship. We're supposed to have an internship after like our masters, and already I'd applied to an advertising agency, and they had told me to come after for my internship, right? And come first of all to the internship. Voila, oh, we can't take you right now. Sorry, we are not taking interns. I'm like, but you told me that I should come. Thereafter, I moved to apply to another advertising agency, and fortunately, I didn't get it. So one thing I like to say is that public relations called me. I didn't call myself to public relations. It was almost like I was led to public relations because I really didn't have an idea of what it was, even in my undergrad up to my master's level. So it was not a career path I had considered. And during my internship, I found a PR agency, Black House Media, and I worked there for 4 months. Oh my God, it was mind blowing. It was mind blowing because I had the hands on experience of what it means, aside from the theoretical knowledge I've had in my master's. I was able to see and apply this. So I did a lot of writing of press releases, media releases, covering of events, drafting of PR campaigns, writing reports, just really interacting with my teammates and all of that, understanding the ground, the basic ground of what it means to be in the public relations space. And fortunately, it was MTN that I also worked on that. So they had different brands, but I worked on that telecommunications aspect. That's MTN. So during the MTN 5G launch, I was there. MTN Customer Night, I was there. So everything, it just gave me that grounding and experience. Now, Eloge Consulting. I work here right now in Eloge Consulting. Now in 2023, I started that. And what this has given me, this experience all through in this past 1 to 2 years, I've learned that PR applies in different industries and it applies in different ways. Do you understand? There's PR in different industries, but the strategy used in a fashion brand, in a telecoms industry, in an energy industry is different. So I discovered that, oh, okay, this is an energy space. And I'm saying, okay, you don't approach it this way. It's how you approach it because they have different target audience. They have different publics. I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. And I've had to adapt. You understand? And I've grown. And it has been a really learning. It was my PR journey has been a learning curve. It's been a learning curve, and I'm glad for the growth that I've experienced with my colleagues, with PL colleagues that have gone ahead of me. I'm glad, and I'm glad to be able to share my experience with you on how to get started. I didn't know how to get started, but I'm here right now, and I can give you that experience. So, first of all, what is public relations? We hear PR. What exactly is PR? So, firstly, I would like to say that public relations has different definitions because it's a vast industry. So, there is no one definition that can encapsulate what public relations is. So, in this presentation, you will see me give you different explanations of what public relations is. So, what is public relations? According to Public Relations Society of America, public relations is the strategic communication process that builds mutually beneficial relationships between organizations and their publics. So public relations is a strategic communication process, which means whatever that we do in public relations, whatever communication that we are undertaking is calculated. It is not sporadic, it's not random. We don't put out content just randomly. You don't appear on the news for no reason. You don't appear on TV for no reason. It is strategic communication because there is an end goal. And what is that? One of those end goals, why? To build mutually beneficial relationships between an organization and their publics. And who can be organizations' publics and organizations' publics? Number one, their employees, their consumers, the government, the community they are in. So these people, they make up the organization public, and they also make up the organization because an organization cannot succeed without its publics. So one of them is to manage, strategically communicate these processes that really builds this relationship that benefits both the organization and the publics. An example is NSC, the cognac brand. I don't know if you know NSC. I'm sure you definitely know. Wine and Street brand. And they have 100+ years experience here in Nigeria. And trust me, they would not have been able to achieve this without a good relationship with the publics that are key to them, with partners, with traders, people that obviously push their brand in a good light, not just pushing your brand, but in a good light. After this, I'll take you on the next definition of public relations. So we are looking at strategically building relationships now. So NSC has been here for over 100 years, and one of the initiatives that they have here in Nigeria is the NSC Artistry Platform for artists, African arts, music, and culture. Right. So this means that it supports Nigerian pop culture. So they have brand sponsors, brand ambassadors, for example. They have Timaya, they have Files, they have YC. And recently they sponsored earlier this June, they sponsored Tim's album release, that's Born in the Wild. They sponsored a listening party. Now, what's NSC trying to do here? NSC is trying to communicate that, number one, they support Nigerians, they support our resilient spirit. Number two, they support the artistry of Nigerians, the music of Nigerians. And what does that do in your mind, on my mind? It gives you the expression that, oh, okay, they actually care about us. It's a good brand. They're willing to invest in Nigeria. Interesting. And inadvertently, it is also building their image in your eyes. It's also building a relationship with the next generation. So because you see Thames position there, you see, oh, okay, that means I can associate with this brand. It's not just for the high ups. I can also be part of it. Can you hear me? If you're here with me, just anybody can say hi. So I know you're hi. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. So it's an example of building a mutually beneficial relationship. Now, what's another definition of public relations? Public relations is the process of maintaining the image of a company, individual, or brand. So public relations is not just limited to a company or an organization. It can also be applied to an individual. For example, me as a person, you as a person, you can also do your personal PR. That's why when I look at personal branding, that's under PR, we look at personal branding, right? Which is one of an aspect of PR that I really love. And you're looking at maintaining the image of a company. Do you understand? So if a company's image is level 0, it's your job as a public relations specialist to bring it up to 50, to a 70, or to 100. Strategically, it's a process. It's not just a one-off thing. So that's why I say it is a process of maintaining the image of a company, individual, or brand in the media, not just with their employees or consumers, in the media and other publics that are related. It depends on the organization or the client that you're managing. Like I said, it differs. So you just have to understand who the key publics is per time. Public relations is also what also involves creating media. Now, what do I mean by creating media? I mean that you are in charge of, coming up with the idea for content. That is probably interview content. You're drafting the Q&A. You're drafting the news release that's going out. You're drafting the story. You're drafting the script for a video shoot. That is also creating media. That's your job. You do it. Another thing, you connect with external media. It's your job as a public relations to seek external media relating to your brand or organization that you are managing. Because trust me, whatever the media puts out, that is what your brand is. Whatever the media puts out is what your brand is. And you don't just want any story out there about your brand. Mind you, you are building a positive image. And to build a positive image, you have to connect with the people that are able to tell the stories. Public relations also crafts public opinion. And it also ensures customers have a positive disposition towards the company's brand. ensuring that customers have a positive disposition towards the company's brand. And this also applies to every communication aspect. There are different communication aspects. Social media is a channel. Do not just allow your brand just post anything, because whatever goes out, it's what they are. So it's very important. I'm going to give an example of United Airlines. In 2017, there was a crisis that occurred. There was a passenger that boarded their flight, and what happened? The passenger was seen obviously being dragged by some officials off the plane. It was really a shameful scene. And what happened? Of course, someone definitely was there recording it live, and it went online. Trust me, it went viral, and it definitely United Airlines struggled with their image for days and weeks and months until they had to come out. Public relations specialist obviously has to come out that point to communicate and apologize, publicly apologize. Oh, we are wrong. Publicly apologize. Oh, we see this, we are at fault, we are sorry, we're going to ensure that this doesn't happen. You want to ensure that customers are in a positive disposition. Trust me, if you see that video right now in 2024, there is a way that you're going to view that brand. For example, maybe an earpiece does that. You will not want to buy the earpiece. Why? Because you saw that video and maybe there was no communication cushion that happened after that. You will not want to buy the earpiece because of the negative story or negative mindset that you already have. So as public relations specialists, as communicators, it is our job to create stories, to create communication, to respond to these things ASAP, right? So that we can be able to sustain that image, build that image, and ensure that customers consistently have a positive disposition towards the company's brand. So who are you as a PR practitioner? A PR practitioner is a storyteller. You tell stories every day. You tell stories. It's your job to tell stories. You write stories. You tell it. You write stories a lot. PR practitioner is an image maker. Like I'll give you an example. If someone's image, your client's image is ground zero, it's your job to bring it up to 50, to 100 strategically. And it's work. It's a process. You don't rush it. You're an image maker. That's what you see yourself as that. What you do is important. Don't think that what you don't do is not important. Trust me, what you do is important. So you are an image maker. Number three, a PR practitioner is the strategist. You come up with creative strategies. You come up with creative campaigns, creative innovations. How do we present you in the best light? Okay, how do we achieve this goal? How do we bring more partners on board? How do we bring more sponsorships? You are a strategist. That's what you do. You think, you plan, you research. A PR practitioner is also a crisis manager. I'll give an example about United Airlines. You're a crisis manager. At that point, it is your job. People look to you, oh, okay, what should we do? Because you cannot just say anything anyhow. You have to know what to say and how to say it. How to say it is as important as what you say. How you say something is as important as what you say. So as a crisis manager, at that point, you do not just respond. You take your time to respond to a crisis. You take your time to respond to a crisis. A PR practitioner is a relationship builder and relationship manager. It's your job. It depends on what your organization or what your brand wants to do part-time. Relationship with their consumers. For example, maybe your brand obviously has to go out on the street and maybe have like different points of sales, for example. It's your job to build relationships with the marketers. It's your job to build relationships with the traders, with partners, with sponsors to maintain that relationship, because it takes relationship to obviously keep giving. Relationship takes trust. So you have to build it, you have to manage it, even if your boss doesn't know what that means. You give gifts, you know their birthdays. It's important. All these things are important. Give gifts, know their birthdays, show up at important events, give gifts at the end of the year. That's part of it. Relationship building. That's who you are, the PR practitioner. So what do PR practitioners do? We plan events, definitely. We coordinate events like press conferences and whatever events, maybe a product launch. You plan that. Crisis management. You pitch to media relations, draft press releases. You formulate media kits. You create media campaigns. You manage reputation and many more. So it is never ending. So let's go into what I wish I knew as an undergrad. What I wish I knew as an undergrad. Like I said, I did not have a clear path to, okay, knowing public relations is an industry that I can work in. So number one, interning in a PR agency helps to lay the foundation of your PR career. If I had known that PR was probably a career or industry that I knew that, okay, I could have thrived, of course, I would have, taken opportunities. But now this information is coming to you. Interning in a PR agency helps you to lay the foundation of your PR career. It can never be overemphasized. I gave you an example of myself. There is no way I could have had the grounding if you don't intern, if you do not work in a space. There is no way you can know what PR is about. You can read about it, that's fine. But the experience, the work itself, you need to know the work itself. And the PR agency offers you that opportunity to learn. Number two, a strong writing skill is a major prerequisite. You're going to write a lot. You're going to draft emails. You're going to draft newsletters. You're going to write reports. You're going to write scripts for videos, for radios. You're going to draft PR campaigns. You're going to write emails. You're going to keep on writing. So if, for example, your writing skill is not strong, it's now the time to consciously develop it. For example, I've always been a writer from my university. So I've been writing. I didn't even think that it was anything. But now I know the advantage of having that writing skill, having developed it, and I'm still developing. It's not ending. I will keep developing because if you have a strong writing skill, you're able to communicate better and tell your stories more interestingly. It's a prerequisite for you as a PR practitioner. Number three, a PR career opens you up to meeting with high network individuals. It puts you in rooms you never thought you could ever be in. You work with multinational brands and it connects you with industry professionals and influencers. I've had to meet people that I thought, okay, you're just on social media, I can't really meet them. And I've met them. No, oh, okay, this is how it feels like to be in the same space as them. Why? Because of the career path I am in. Right. You might never get to meet the owner of NSC. You may never get to meet the owner of or the CEO of MTN. But if you're in this PR career path, you meet with people that you never thought that you could ever meet with. That's it. That's it. It opens you up to meeting people. It opens you up to connections, to relating. And by so doing it, obviously, you develop your communication ability to network, to connect, because it's an important skill that you need in public relations. Number four, PR challenges your critical and creative thinking, and also your attention to details. So for me, I'd always been that kind of person that would not really pay attention to details sometimes. Over time, I've had to realize that no, you have to pay attention to details because every detail counts. You are communicating. There cannot be an omission. There cannot be an omission. For example, I remember having to send an email and I probably omitted, maybe I didn't add a file or I probably omitted something. My boss came back to me and said, okay, but this is what you did. Oh my God, I just really, just brushed it off. It gave me it brought me back to you. I said, okay, Favor, you have to pay attention to details because you must. It's not something you brush over, and you just move on. No, it's communication. It's as important. It's so critical. You cannot not pay attention to details. So if you're the person that, you don't really want to pay attention to details, just do things, PR, this industry, you must pay attention to details. It is very important. And it also challenges your critical and creative thinking. You will have to come up with media campaigns. You have to come up with a lot of innovative ideas on how to drive communication and how to probably launch a product. You would need to think. You would think that you've overthought and you still think again to bring out that juice that you never knew existed. You would think. If you think that you're not creative, you'll be creative. You will discover that you can be creative. That's it. You will be creative and you will be critical in your thinking. Number five, you will make mistakes, so give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. Like I already mentioned, I made mistakes by writing, I'll be corrected, all of that. You make mistakes, give yourself grace. It is a learning process. It's not a sprint. It is not a sprint. It's a marathon. So you will make mistakes. Embrace it, then learn from it and move on. Number six, it requires your 100% dedication. You're either in or in. So it is not I'm in PR, I'm not in PR. Because you need to understand what you're doing first of all before you can jump out to somewhere else. So for example, when I was in my internship, oh my God, I worked overtime. I worked on weekends. I wake up in the middle of the night to complete something, to track a mention, because you must be dedicated, because to know your job, to be up to date, to ensure that your client has the best, you have to be dedicated. There is no room for slacking, you're dragging. You must be 100% dedicated, because it is serious work. Like I said, it's communication. You're relating with publics. You are relating with them, and you must be serious about it. You must be serious about it, because it affects your image. It affects your relationship. So you must be 100% dedicated. Number 7, it is a long-term growth process. You will need patience and diligence. I've said it before. When I started, I thought that, oh, okay, I already know everything. Meanwhile, I know nothing. No, you don't. You might think, oh, I know not. No, you really don't, because yes, you know a part of it. Ask peer professionals that are probably 4 years, 5 years. They are still learning. They are still learning. It is not oh, I know it now. You will keep learning, because there are different situations that require different communication approaches. And trust me, that's when you know, okay, what exactly do you know? That's when you now require, okay, actually need to learn this thing. You need to just keep learning, keep researching, keep interacting with your colleagues that have gone ahead of you. That's one thing that's one thing I embrace a lot. I don't know something, I ask. I don't think too much. Ask, okay, how do I do this? Okay, can you help me with this? That's your advantage. It's a long-term process. You need patience, you need diligence. You must be diligent about it. There is no room for laxity. You must be diligent. You must be diligent. Number 8, learn as much as you can about different industries. Honestly, you might be in your undergraduate and thinking, oh, okay, I don't think the course I'm studying now really applies. That's not true. That's not true, because there are different industries that PR applies to different industries. The automobile industry, the fashion industry, the energy industry. PR applies. And if you do not have knowledge of finance, of legal terms, you need it. You will need to learn. If you don't know, you keep learning. So learn as much as you can about different industries, because you're going to write stories. So how do you think you're going to write stories if you don't know what exactly you're writing about? So learn as much as you can about different industries, because you can, for example, you can be in an automobile industry today and you're required to write a press release, or maybe you're required to probably conduct an interview or do something. If you do not know what is important, how do you go about it? So you must learn the nitty-gritty, what is important. So there is no knowledge that is a waste in PR. No knowledge at all. You cannot say, oh, I this knowledge is not necessary. No, every knowledge is important. So develop your speaking skills, you need it. I give myself an example. I'll use myself as an example. I mean, I'm speaking to you right now. I'm in PR. Because yes, PR, of course, you're always behind the scene. People we don't know you, people don't know what you do, because you're behind the scene, you're the image maker, you are the silent person. But it requires you to develop your speaking skills, right? So intentionally try to speak more, interact with people, because it's necessary. It's necessary, because you need to network. You need to speak in meetings. You need to speak with your team members. How are you going to communicate your ideas? How will your ideas be brought if you don't speak? So develop your speaking skills. You will need it. Don't run away from it. I've run away for too long, but yeah, I'm here now and I'm doing it. So you can as well. Number 10, remain curious. Be open to feedback. Like I said, I remember when I was interning again. I was writing a report for the campaign that I finished, so I was writing a report, and I submitted it to a supervisor, and she gave it back to me, and she was really correcting me and really doing a lot of changes. I'm like, oh my god, was it that bad? I was somehow like, I was really feeling bad. Oh my god, but it was necessary. You must be open to feedback, because there is a better way that that thing can be done. That there is a way to do it. So you cannot say you are not going to be able to feedback, and you must be able to feedback if you want to grow. Another thing, you also must remain curious. Ask questions. You cannot know it all. Ask questions. If you're struggling with something, ask. There's no harm in asking. Please ask, because you need it in PR. Do not shut yourself in. This is a public thing. Please ask questions. So now, what are the skills that you need to begin your PR journey? So I divided it into hard skills and soft skills. And what are some of the hard skills that you need? You need writing. I can establish. You write a lot. You're going to write a lot. Releases, to reports, to interviews, to bios, to Q&As, to media kits, to scripts, social media content, emails, pitches. You do not want to present something and there are a lot of typos, your tenses are wrong, your grammar is wrong, you put IS instead of S, just all these flimsy things, no. You want to be diligent about your writing. So you're going to write a lot. So it's a core skill you need to develop. Research as well. You're going to need to research. You're going to need to read. You're going to research a lot. Like I said, if you're writing a story, you're going to research. It can take you hours of research and just take you maybe an hour of writing. But the core of it is research because you must know what you're talking about before you can pass the information across. Do you understand? So for depth, for excellence, you will need to research. Video creation and editing. Oh, okay. When I started interning, of course, we did a lot of event covering and all. So you will need to create videos, edit them. You need that kind of those kind of skills, really. It's to come in handy. Social media management as well. Of course, we are in the era of digital PR. So it's not just limited to traditional, maybe newspapers, You need social media management skill. Posting, engaging with likes, engaging with comments, reposting stories, creating content, sharing posts. You need this kind of skill. You need social media management. Graphic design will also come in and need a knowledge of Canva, a bit like knowledge of Canva would really help you to put out content. Now it depends on whatever organization you find yourself. It might be internal calls for an organization, you might work in the agency aspects. Anywhere you find yourself, you will need this kind of skills. Also, you need the knowledge of your Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint presentation, Google Doc, Google Sheets, social media apps. You will need a grasp of it because you require presentation like this, what I'm doing now. You need to learn this MS Word. Of course, you need to write Google Doc, Google Sheets. You need to have a knowledge of that, how to use it. And of course, social media apps, depending on your client and where you're working. So I want to restate that internships are quite important because it opens you up to what exactly you might want to do because you really don't know maybe a lot of peer that you want to go to. So it might be fashion, it might be entertainment, it might be energy, depends, telecoms, depends. So please do intern. Some soft skills, professionalism is required, responsibility, you must be responsible. You cannot be having a meeting and you're saying, oh, you're not at the meeting. No, you must be available for a meeting. And if you cannot be available for a meeting, you communicate earlier. Oh, I'm not be available for this meeting. Sorry, this happened. You give reasons. Don't just say, oh, I'm not be available for the meeting. And so, why? You must be accountable. Integrity, you need integrity. You cannot lie. Here in PL, truth is our watchword. Facts, truth. We tell the truth. We tell facts. Please, integrity, don't lie. Carry yourself with much dignity. So integrity is one of professional skill. Accountability, yes, you have to be accountable to your clients, accountable to your team, accountable to yourself. Deliver work when you're supposed to deliver a task. Deliver your tasks. Deliver every task assigned to you. Every single task. Excellence is required. Do not just rush. Okay, I've done my work. But when you're going through your work, they're seeing a lot of errors and you're wondering, okay, what exactly did you do? Did you actually take time to do this? So it's important that you put your excellence at what you do. Excellence. Try. Even if it's not perfect, try. Teamwork. Learn to collaborate. If you're someone that likes to work alone, no, you cannot do PR by yourself. You need teamwork. Teamwork. You're going to interact with your team. So please be able to work with people. Communication, active listening, speaking. I've said speaking. Active listening is important. To be able to listen to what your client is saying and what your client is not saying. To be able to come up with strategies that resonate with what exactly they're trying to communicate. So, for example, if your client is saying A and you're thinking B, be curious enough to ask, clarify. Okay, let me clarify. Is this what you're saying? Is this what you're saying? Because you can go and do B. Meanwhile, they meant A. Do you understand? So you must listen. Curiosity. You must be curious, like I already explained. Ask questions. Ask questions. You want to be on the matter every time. Be curious to know what exactly, okay, what's going on here? What's happening per time? Okay, well, how can I do this? Okay, what is this? What is it about? Ask questions, be curious. And adaptability. PR is ever evolving. It's not static. Before there was nothing like digital, but now there's what they call digital PR. Do you understand? So you have to be able to adapt to different changes that may happen with your clients and in that industry. You have to be able to adapt. Collaborative spirits, organization skills, you will need it. You will need to be able to organize yourself, organize meetings, schedule meetings, organize your clients' meetings as well. If you're not organized yourself, there's no way you want to organize another person or another client. Please, you have to develop your organizational skills. Yes, it takes time, but definitely it can be built. Networking skills. Hi, I, for example, I'm not the kind of person that, oh, welcome to you, I say hi, hello. But now, oh, how are you doing? I'm favorable. Nice to meet you. What do you do on the PR? That's me now. I'm going to walk up to you. Yes, that shyness, of course, it's solely just moving. No, no. You have to come out and network because it's important. It's a skill that you need. Negotiation skill as well. You need it too. You need it. So learn how to do it. Now, so far, so good. Career opportunities in PR, public relations specialist like I am right now. Personal branding expert. That is you branding an individual, doing PR for them across every channel, every communication channel, that's social media, news outlets, managing their personal brand. I currently do that for a C-level executive, and it's something I'm interested in. It's a part of PR that I love, so I'm very interested in that. Corporate communication specialist, this is you working internally, and of course, what you also do in PR is part of corporate communications lead, media consultant, campaign manager, maybe someone a friend or family is probably doing a PR, maybe going running for politics, going for a position. Of course, you can come in as a campaign manager, but of course, this will take you learning the ropes. These are just career opportunities available to you. Relationship experts, PR manager, brand manager, event producer, course roles in marketing communications, and all of that. And I trust and I hope that with this few points of mine, I've been able to convince you that PR is a good career path for you, and it opens you up to many opportunities that you never saw coming, and also personal development. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Favor. Thank you very much, Favor. I think one of the things that stood out for me was when you talked about networking. I remember telling my boss when I first came, when I first started working, is I just want to be on my own. Let me do this work, submit it, and get it out of my
Okay.
list. But the amount
Oh
of
my
people I've
God.
had to talk to, please, can
Yeah.
you give me this? Can you send this?
Yeah.
When do we
We
expect
must
this?
talk.
Is a lot of networking, and I think it's an important skill
Definitely.
for survivor in PR.
Definitely.
So we'll be
Mm-hmm.
taking in questions. I'm very sure you have a lot of questions. I also have questions I would love to ask. But before then,
No
please
problem.
kindly raise your hand, share your questions in the comment section. I will take your questions
Yeah.
and Favor is will answer.
Yeah.
Hello, please, do you have a question?
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Okay. Are there specific courses or certificates you recommend in aspiring PR specialist? Like, are there some specific courses you have to take to understand more, or certificates you have to attain?
All right, Favor, please go ahead.
All right. Okay, thank you very much, Adeolu, for that question. So for example, me, I have a grounding in media and comms, MSc in media and communications. So we did a lot of public relations. I took branding courses, I took marketing communication courses. So that already gave me that grounding. But if you're looking to take more courses, there is a particular certification that you can take, Chartered Institute of Public Relations, that's CIPL. You can check it online, right? You also have London School of PR, to give you that certification as well. And
Please,
of course, you can
please.
also, okay,
Sorry. You said Chartered Institution of PR.
Chartered Institute of Public
Where?
Relations.
Okay.
You can take it online. Check it online. You see it. CIPR. Just type
Okay.
CIPR. I can even let me just search for it and drop the link for you in the comment section.
Okay. Thank you.
So the courses can be taken online.
Yes.
Sorry, Michael, we'll take your
You see?
questions. Yes, Chartered Institute of PR course can be taken online.
Yes,
Please do
definitely.
follow
Be taken
Nigeria
online.
Women in PR on our social media platforms to keep in touch with conversations like this. We have conversations like this every time on our social media platform. So please do follow Nigeria Women in PR on IG, Nigeria Women in PR on LinkedIn, Nigeria Women in PR on Twitter for more conversations like this. Thank you.
My question, I was
Answer your
unable to
question,
get
Adeola.
my question.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was unable to get the PRO, what PRO practitioners do. I was unable to get a full list of specifically what they do. You were hastening me on that.
Michael, please can you probably shift closer to your mic? I can't hear what you're
Okay.
saying.
I think your question, if I'm correct, Michael, your questions is you are unable to get a perspective of what public relation practitioners do. You want clarity on that. Is that right? Hi,
Hello.
Michael.
Hello. Sorry, I have one more questions to ask.
Okay. Yes, please
Okay.
go ahead.
As a mass communication student studying public relation,
Mhm.
and now we are on our COS, like we're on the program,
Okay.
which is COS.
Mhm.
So I'm
Mhm.
going to an organization, an agricultural sector. Like I'm going to a company
Okay.
that deals with agricultural equipment and laboratory, like farm foods.
Okay.
So what can I offer, and what do I have to learn? Because that's not a fashion industry, that's an agricultural aspect. So what can I offer, and
Mhm.
what do I have to learn? What can I learn? How
Okay.
do
Okay.
I help myself and help the company grow?
Okay. All right. So firstly, do they have a communications department in this section, in this company?
Yeah, no, I'll be going the next month, but I'm sure they have a
Have you
sales
started?
department, which
Okay.
I've seen on their social.
Have you started yet?
I've seen this. No, I'm going next month.
Okay. Okay. So
So they have a
that's the
sales
first question I'll
department,
ask,
which
if
I've seen on their social media platform.
they have a communications department,
Yeah, that's what I'm not
right?
sure of, that if they have a communication department. So how can I help?
Okay. 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 So communication differs from one organization to the other. Do you understand? So you want to look at, okay, how can I come in?
Yeah.
How best can you come in? So I would suggest you speaking with them, of course, first of all, to see what their goals are, first of all. Do you understand? And you also see, okay, what exactly are they doing right now that the public or consumers will need to be aware of? What initiative are they driving that you think can be communicated? What story do you think you can tell of the company? Look at the company, analyze it. Do you understand? See, okay, what are they doing right now? I think they can communicate on this, because remember I said public relations is strategic communication. You don't just come out because you don't just build relationships just because. Do you understand? It is for a purpose. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'll ask you to, first of all, check the company. What exactly are they about? What goals have they achieved that they have not communicated on? Have you checked on it to see maybe there has been maybe a news release or anything like that? Number two, what are their goals? Because you need to understand it first before you can build communication into it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need to, first of all, speak to them, understand them, because you can just come and say, okay, I think I want to do PR, and they really don't need it. Why? Because they don't see why. They don't see the need. First of all, you have to understand what they need. You have to understand the company, what they have achieved, before you can now bring, okay, you want to your communicate. And of course, you can also, there's also what they call internal communication internally, like for public relations. You can also manage maybe the communication. Maybe, for example, you might notice as you work in a company that people don't really get information as they should, right? Maybe a part of the company, a part of maybe the sales department, they know about a business that is ongoing, while the communications or maybe the general sales or another department is unaware. It's not supposed to be. Communication is supposed to go 360, and that's where you can come in. You can change the narrative. Do you understand? You can change it from internal to external. It's not just limited to just the public. Like I said, it's not just publication, is not just for the public, it's for employees as well. It's for the media, it's for their partners. who are their partners? How maybe you can even speak about, okay, organizing an event to bring your partners together. There are lots of things you can do about these things. So first of all, I want you to understand what the company is about, what they're driving at, and see how you can communicate around it.
Okay, thank you.
Have I answered your question?
Yes.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you.
Favor. We have another some
Okay.
questions in the comment section. Clarion, and I think that was the same question Michael asked. What exactly does peer practitioner do? What exactly does peer practitioner do? I need clarity,
So, like
examples.
I said,
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So one of the presentation I made, I said PR, you cannot define PR with one thing. Do you understand? But we are majorly known as image makers, reputation builders, putting your company out there in a positive light through your communication. So there are a lot of things that goes behind the scene as a public relations consultant. Do you understand? So today you are writing a story. Tomorrow you're organizing a press conference. Tomorrow you are doing a product launch. Right. But the basics of PR is communication. And ensuring that communication leads to building of relationships, building of your image. Yes, Michael. Michael, are you saying something? Hello, Michael, are you speaking?
I don't
Okay,
think so.
Okay, all right. So like I said that we are majorly communicators. Communication is the goal. And what does communication drive at? Are building images and managing reputations, and obviously building relationships. So you can highlight it and say, for example, communication specialist, you're a communicator. Number two, you are responsible for managing their reputation. Number three, you're responsible for, building relationships for your organization. The important relationships with their partners, with their consumers, with their employees. Do you understand? I hope it's clear.
All right. Thank you, Favor.
Can I ask?
Farouk,
Yes,
please let's take other
Oh, okay.
questions first, so that
Oh, okay.
because so that you can come in. We are working on with time. Christopher asked, what are the basics of PR?
Okay.
What's the basic of PR? Is he working in PR? Christopher, please clarify your questions. Clarion asks, what advice would you give a newbie in the field who is already a graduate without experience kind of in PR, but she's already a graduate?
Okay, I talked about it in the slide I did. What I wish I knew as PR as undergrad. And I said interning in a PR agency helps to lay the foundation of your PR career. Sincerely, that's the easiest way for you to understand what PR is. Because I can speak from now to tomorrow and you will not understand what exactly it is. Now it's until you now find yourself doing the work, then you now say, okay, now I understand. Because what I had before was a theoretical knowledge, but you need a practical understanding of what it is. Do you understand? So that's the advice I would give you. Look for a PR agency and intern there. That's the fastest way for you to learn to understand PR, public relations. That's the fastest way for you to. That's the fastest way. That's the advice I would give, because that's how I learned, and that's how most of my colleagues and people I know in PR, that's how they learned. So that same rule applies to you too. So please, if you're not actively seeking for an internship opportunity in a media agency or maybe a public relations agency, please seek for it. That's your fastest way to understand what public relations is and to have a hands-on experience on what PR practitioners do. Thank you.
Christopher, you can go
Okay,
ahead.
please,
Thank you,
can I
Favor.
Yes,
Can I ask my
you,
question now?
Christopher.
We can't hear you. Please type in the comment section. Farouk, please go on.
Okay.
Like this is a personal question to Favor.
Okay.
So, like, what is the most rewarding project you've worked on in PR? Apart from meeting big people, what are other rewarding projects? What are other rewards you get from PR?
Okay, personally, right. Are you talking about the personal feeling, or are you talking about the
Yeah,
result for the clients now? A personal feeling.
no, yeah, personal rewards you get from some
Okay,
projects
okay.
you do.
Of course, that feeling of seeing that your hard work comes to life, what you had planned for weeks, for months, the meetings that you're having back to back, you're seeing it actually materialize, and you're seeing that it's going well, it's a success, and your clients can't stop talking about it. That's the rewarding feeling. It's the most rewarding feeling. That's the most rewarding feeling that I've ever had. And I would pick on one recently. I shared about it. I shared it on my LinkedIn page. Quite recently, our client had a product launch, and I organized the press conference, right? And of course, it was a success. It was during the AI conference, and that wasn't me at close to the ending of me. It was a success. It was mind blowing, and the reach that we had and the end media, God, it was good. It was good. So it just gave me a sense of okay, wow, okay, what I do. Amazing. Amazing. I actually clapped for myself that okay, this is really good. So before I did that, I was tensed. I was really thinking, my God, how is it going to go? How is it going to, having to contact the media, having to relate with them, feedback with your clients. It's a lot of back and forth, but having to now see that results consistently and it's good, that's the most valuable. Seeing your work come to life and it's a success. Really, and making your clients
Thank you,
happy.
thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure
Any other
if there are other
question?
questions. Any other question? I'm not sure of Christopher's question, and we cannot exactly hear him or her. I'm not
Okay.
sure. So if Clarion is asking if you could share the slide
Okay.
showing what PR does, what PR practitioner does. Okay, this slide, this particular
I'm
slide
currently
you're
sharing.
on.
It's just really like an overview because, of course, you can obviously coordinate events, crisis management. Actually, crisis management is another core peer. Oh my God, it is so critical because what you say during your crisis can make or mar that come.
Mhm.
Sincerely, I'm going to give an example of Dowen College. I don't know if you know Dowen College, the issue that happened in 2022. I don't know if you heard of it.
Yeah.
About a student dying and of course by bullying. That was the story then, and we could see videos of the little boy crying and all of that. And what did they do? They blocked their social media comment section because people had gone there to rant. Social media dragging is crazy. Then what happened? Crazy. During college, they came out and they're like, oh, okay, we are closing the school because of we need students to go and prepare for exams. They were not addressing the pain points of the public or the family at that point. That is very insensitive. And no public relations specialist should ever do that. If you are working in a school, for example, you're serving there, and a case like that happens, that will be a wrong move for you to. That's a wrong move. That's a wrong move. Do you know what? It was crazy because it was like we are stupid people. We are the ones that we don't know what we are chatting about. Literally, someone died, and you are commenting. What your response is what we want students to what go home for their holidays, then come back for exams. It does not relate to what is going on. And that's the matter that should be addressed. That's the matter that should be addressed as a public relations consultant. That is what should be addressed. So aside
Hi,
from crisis
Favor.
management, yeah,
Sorry. There's a question in the
I
comment
can see a
section. I would
question.
like you to.
I feel
Yes.
you. Okay, good morning, ma'am. In the medical field, students be processed, and I somehow have a background knowledge about PR based on the fact that I've served as a PRO in my department. That's what I do in my faculty and employers and technical and soft skills supporting people. So please, I'd like to know if there's any opportunity for PR in the nursing career. PR in the nursing career. I don't know about nurse. When you say PR nurse, as in you want to work in a hospital and do PR there, or you want to go into PR with your nursing
In
degree. So I would like to take it from that perspective. Hope you want to say something.
Yeah, I was looking up because I remember there was a conversation going on sometime last year about different. I mean, I've had to work in industries that I did not know PR exist, and I think there is an opportunity in health PR. So you can take it
Yes,
from that perspective.
definitely. There is PR everywhere. There's PR everywhere. It doesn't have to be loud. The goal is to manage your perception. It might be a walking customer that comes to the hospital, and the way the nurse attends to them is very rash. So a PR consultant there can say, manage the communication. Oh, we're sorry about this. Sorry, you send a follow-up email. Oh, do all of that. So yes, it is available. The communication aspect of it definitely is available. The way you relate with your patients, that's also another thing. The way you also communicate. I don't know if hospitals are advanced now, do, but the way you also communicate with your clients and your patients also goes a long way. That's building your image, because one person tell another person, tell another person, tell another person, and your image is destroyed. Why? Because of word of mouth. It's powerful. So if you are there, you can also be able to manage it. You can manage that aspect of your. You can speak to your organization. Okay, let us organize a training for communication. Because people really need a training in that, because it is lacking. You don't react to patients. They are the ones in pain now. Why are you reacting? That's also another thing. And just all of this, the communication is needed across the sphere. It should never be underestimated. Because we have spoken to determine whether I'm coming back to you or not. Determines, oh, for example, let's say something happens in a particular hospital, maybe someone died, or maybe, of course, hospital people die, maybe something drastic happens, right? Your response, it is up to the hospital to give a response that is appropriate in that space. Do you understand? It might not be so popular, right, in that aspect, but communication is necessary in that place. So yes, there is an opportunity for you there. And now, if you're talking about if there is also an opportunity for you in your nursing with your nursing degree, yes, please. I know someone that transitioned from a computer science she's in PR now, and she has a computer science degree. Do you understand? We work together.
Yeah.
Do you mind? Do you understand? So it is not a thing where I have an engineering, it was even engineering stuff that she had, it's engineering degree, but she was interning. I think internship opens you up, it gives you a leverage. So embrace it. Embrace it. That's how you learn the core. Learn, because that's the easiest way for you to do it, really. So yes, there's an opportunity for you there. Like I said, no knowledge is a waste. You can still be working with a client that has a hospital and you need to communicate. Please, it's necessary. Yes, please. There's an opportunity for you if you have a nursing or a nursing degree. Please, there's an opportunity for you here. Yeah. If you're willing to put in the work,
Thank you.
yes, there is.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Favor. I hope your questions have been answered. I think Farouk is. I don't.
Are they always operating a business?
Yes. Thank you very
Yes.
much
Okay.
for the
Yes,
question.
please.
We'll take one more
Okay.
question from Farouk, then we'll call.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Okay. How do you see the role of PR evolving in the next 5 years? Like the role of PR in different organizations. How do you see it being important in the next 5 years? That everybody should look into it and do it.
Okay, thank you very much. There's a saying that says the PR industry needs more PR. It's nothing further from the truth, because if you're the people are asking what's PR, what's PR, we do not have enough PR for what we
That's my
even
point.
do. Do you understand? We don't even have enough PR for what we even do. So I see PR really advancing, definitely elevating, because now that everybody has become an online journalist, where there is need for more people to come out and actually correct the narrative that no, this story is actually false. Representing yourself that okay, you are telling the truth, you are maintaining this image. So I see PR not just as a thing that PR has been existing since the 90s. It is evolving steadily. People are beginning to embrace it. The brands are beginning to embrace it. Do you understand? Because they've seen that, as Warren Buffett said, it takes 20 years to build your reputation and 5 minutes to destroy it. Why? Because of a wrong communication, because of a wrong crisis that you don't communicate effectively. I've seen companies crash because of their communication. Very, well, let's say bad communication. And it could have been avoided if they had only done what communicate faster. So I only see PR advancing more and people embracing it really as we begin to talk about it and put ourselves out there and say, okay, this is what should be done. This is how to do it. This is what PR does. This is what PR can help you achieve. Even Nigeria needs PR. We need PR. We also need PR as as a nation because what
Yeah.
people see and perceive us as, of course, we need to be brand that and put that and put enough communication out there, connections out there, So I'm so glad about the Afrobeat industry. They are really representing us in best, and okay, see now, okay, we actually have a good thing going on, and of course, tech startups and other areas. So yes, PR definitely is going to be at the forefront, and the organizations are going to embrace it.
Thank you very much,
Okay, thank you,
Favor.
please.
I
Your
really
LinkedIn,
enjoyed your
your LinkedIn
session.
username and your Instagram username, please.
And name,
Okay,
Favor,
that's fine.
you can check her out on.
Favor, let me just put my name there in the
Your name,
comments.
please.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Favor. I really enjoyed your
Thank you so
section. It was
much. Oh,
interactive.
thank
I
you,
learned a lot,
everyone.
even as someone that is a year into PR. So I learned a lot. I will hand over now to Ife from Nigeria Women in PR. She will give us insights on Nigeria Women in PR opportunities and programs for students in Nigeria Women in PR. Okay, Ife, please go on. You have the floor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Favor, for the session. I enjoyed it. Thank you for the insights and and the answers to all the questions, because I can see there are a lot of questions, and you gave us the answers we needed. Thank you so much. Okay. Nigerian Women in PR has initiatives that target students mostly, apart from the PR Student Summit. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes, you
can.
can.
Okay. Apart from the PR Student Summit, we have this scholarship fund, Nigerian Women in PR Scholarship Fund. The fund is to students who are in their final year, maybe a final year student or maybe a master's final year student wanting to do a project or do a dissertation. We actually fund those projects. Project like that, we fund it. So we do that as well. Then too, we also do physical student summits. Sometimes we've not really done anything yet on physical student summit. This year, but we've done it. You can also check our YouTube channel for more videos of the physical student summit that we've done. Then also we have this experiencing PR summit we do, and we did one in March this year. So the next one will be next year, Experiencing PR 2025. Experiencing PR is about we gather people in industries across all industries, agriculture, banking, finance, accounting, law firms. We have them come. They tell us the importance and why PR is important, what PR has done for them in their industries, in their companies. So it's also a place for networking for people who wants to get into the PR and comms industry. Also, we also have a job fair, an annual job fair, coming up in November 7. The annual job fair is mostly to we ask organizations to come. They set up their booth. You can apply for jobs, get jobs, network, you meet people. So, and this one for this year is taking place at Unilag, November 7th. So the information will be passed across on social media, on our social media, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn as well. You can check once the information is outside. So these are the initiatives Nigerian Women in PR champion to target like students that are interested in PR and in the comms business, in the comms industry. So thank you so much. I'll ask Up to come back and introduce our next speaker. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ife. Our next speaker is Temidire Bada. And welcome, Temi. We are so excited to have you here. Temidire Bada is a results-driven public relation professional passionate about creating and implementing effective communication strategies that get the job done. For her, PR is beyond the job. It is a lifetime dedication to ensuring strategies convert to impact. With experience in digital marketing, data analysis, and journalism, Temidire has worked with high-profile clients in entertainment, lifestyle, corporate brand, and NGOs to initiate successful campaigns. Aside from her role as an associate at a leading PR firm in Lagos, Nigeria, she's interested in policies and political education and hopes to see African creatives utilize public relation initiatives. Welcome, Temi. We are glad to have you here, and we are excited to learn from your wealth of knowledge and experience. We look forward to your section.
Okay. Thank you so much, Hope, for that introduction. Hi everyone. If you can hear me, please just say hi to me.
Hi,
Sometimes I like
Timmy.
Hi, Temi.
Hi.
Yeah, thank you so much. Favor, thank you so much for your session also. You've not taken up your you've not stopped sharing actually. Favor, are you there? Yeah. All right. So let's
Sorry
get
about
into
that. I didn't see that. Sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. So good afternoon everyone. Yeah, like Hope mentioned, my name is Temidire and I'm glad to be here. I appreciation to the Nigerian women in PR for this opportunity. I classify it as a golden opportunity because it is not every time you get to see an initiative like this. And I hope that at the end of this session, everyone, including me, would be able to have a renewed or probably like more energized understanding about what public relation is. I have my colleague here in this meeting also. Hi, Samuel. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so let's get into it. I think I will probably start from my topic. Actually, is transitioning from student to professional. So I'm going to talk about how you as a student can move to being a professional in the public relation industry. So when I was talking, so let me talk about this. So while I was talking about PR and then looking after my slide yesterday, my boss corrected me. I was like, oh, Temi, stop using PR mostly, just say public relations. And then the reason for that, it was very strategic because for a long time, the industry and what they do, especially for practitioners in this industry, there's been a lot of misconception about what public relation really is. And then the use of PR has been, I should use the word bastardized, and then people just use the word PR loosely on anything. So I've adopted since yesterday to fully call it public relations. So let people know the weight of that word. Let people know that public relations is actually a profession. It's not a side hustle. It's not something you just dab into and be like, this is just what I'm doing today. This is just who I am, or what I'm doing today is PR. Tomorrow you are doing something else. Publication is a respected profession. And then taking a clue from what Favor has said and all of the questions. So, Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, actually said something, which is a popular quote. He said that if I have $2, he said, I will spend $1 on public relations. So it shows you how PR, public relations rather, is very essential to a lot of things. So I will start by saying this. PR is narrative building. PR is narrative monitoring. Public relation is perception management. So what you think of perception is now what you are now going to interpret that to. Public relation is reputation management. So everything that includes every definition of that word is what you're going to interpret your job as a public relation practitioner into. So let me start by sharing my screen. Give me a moment. And then please, if you have any difficulty hearing me, because sometimes I realize that I speak too fast, you can please just call me back so that I can get myself together. So let me share my screen right now. Please, can you all see my screen?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so let's start from student to professional. So this session is meant to take us through what it will entail for you to move from being a student to a professional. But before we start, these are some of the discussion points we're going to be looking at today, every of the thing, but I realized that Favour has already did a brilliant job by introducing to you what PR is and then every of our experiences. So I think that has given you a bit of light into what it is. But I would reiterate it because I think somebody also said that repetition is like the goddess of knowledge. It's like when you repeat something or repeat something several times, people get to get acquainted with that. So I'm going to start with the meaning of public relations. So what is public relations? Public relations, according to the Public Relations Society of America, is known as the communication process that build mutual beneficial relationship between organization and their public. So this definition was used a lot of time when I was in school. So I studied mass communication also. So it seemed like a lot. So because of the way we have used this definition, so many of us, I would say, do not really understand what this definition means and what public relations as a profession means, which is why when I probably get to talk to many uni students these days and ask them, okay, what do you know about PR? There's a little knowledge about adequately explaining what it is. And I really do not fault them because, theories will always be theories, but experience and like Favour mentioned, will always like outshine what you have known. Experience that she keep mentioning internship. So I wrote it here that what society thinks of public relations practitioners is very helpful. So many out there thinks that we are just mere publicists. So publicists is from the word publicity, and which can be categorically called, okay, bringing something to the light. So throughout this presentation, this is a caveat right now. This is a caveat. So throughout this presentation, I will try to use the simplest terminologies, the simplest of words to communicate everything I put down here. This is a bit of a lot of slides, but I'm going to break them down to ensure that we keep our time in check and also give room for questions and observations. So many think that PR practitioners are spin doctors, reactive machines, corporate megaphones, or just press officer. I think this is even like well relatable because many times you just tell people, oh, what do you do? Okay, I'm a public relations specialist. I work as a strategist. I'm like, okay, what do you do? Many people sometimes tag me as a journalist. I'm not a journalist. Some people tag me, oh, do you write? Are you a content writer? Oh, I'm not a content writer. What do you now do? It is, and in as much as I try to, explain, it is not something that people get to understand. And many times, probably it's not my fault. It is not their fault. It's because the ecosystem of reputation, this idea of building perception is very new to the African landscape. People don't really understand what it is. And, that is acceptable. But what we can do is to try to change that. And that's why I have simply put it here. A well relatable explanation of what PR is right now is that it's a deliberate and planned, sustained effort. So every word that is there is very essential. PR is deliberate. PR is not spontaneous. PR is planned. There is a whole lot of processes that come into PR. PR is sustained. That means after the processes, you're also checking back at what you've done to ensure that what you're doing or what you've done is able to bring out effect or the action. So when Hope was introducing me, she mentioned, okay, I'm result. I call myself result driven because at the end of every PR effort, every PR activity that you do, there must be a result. There must be something that we can tag to, okay, this is why we've done this and this is the result of what we've done. This is the outcome. So at the end of everything we've done, deliberate, plan, sustained, there must be a supportive behavior for the brand in form of allegiance, conversion, this sort of feeling of I'm here. So let me give you a little backstory. I study mass communication, like I mentioned. So while in school, PR is not something I really look forward to, so not something I really wanted. I'd done journalism back in school, and then I really wanted to just be a journalist. Let me just be a journalist, and then, let me see how it goes. But and the reason is because many of us don't even know what it's about. I remember while I was in my final year, we were having this presentation on duties, or I think was it duties or ranks in PR, and then my group, I led the group actually, and my group was going to speak on account and all of that, and I defined account management, or account as it is in our note back then, as managing money like we know. But account management in PR is not money. Account management is actually people. They are clients. They are those ones you're talking about. So those are kind of the misconceptions you probably have seen about PR. So it has to make a supportive behavior for the brand. So you look at everything that you've seen around popular brands. For instance, you look at Coca-Cola, you look at Pepsi. This is also another backstory. So while my final year also, I did my thesis was on CSD walls. CSD walls is carbonated soft drinks. So I did the CSD walls and looking at the break from integrated marketing kind of thing, something like that. So we went to make some of the CSD producers here in Nigeria, and then many of them were not too receptive. I mean, reception is not in the fact that maybe I went to them and they chased me away. No, they were not willing. The environment was just very not accommodating for me to have a question. I mean, I'm a first-time guest in your office, first-time guest in your organization. Let there be changes to know that, oh, you're interested in my case study. I'm using it as a case study, which is a big deal. Many companies abroad take this thing as subtle and they amplify, oh, you want to use it as a case study, come and take this. But yeah, they're just like, we are not ready. And I went to the other brand, and from the entrance, they looked at my thesis topic and they were like, oh my God, okay, we'll take you to this person, take you to this person. When I got to the office, they gave me many of their drinks and all of that. And, that registered in my mind. And I can tell you that from now to tomorrow, I'm going to be taking that brand. Like, there's nothing you can tell me about any other brand again. I'm not buying. Maybe I'm petty, but I think that was loud, even though it was very subtle. So, yeah, I also wrote, okay, who is a PR student? We know a PR student is you're either interested in PR as a profession, or you want to use, as an enthusiast, you want to use PR strategies, to improve your business or your organization. So, let's quickly go into why PR is important. So let me just break this down. So PR will always be important. So if we're talking about what PR is, let me break it again. PR is narrative building. PR is reputation management. You're looking at a particular institution, maybe they are going through a time, or let's say, let me bring this home. You have a business, you're probably employed, or a business, and then maybe a family business or something, and you know that the times are very, we're in a very competitive time. So what can we do? What can be done to distinct ourselves? So you begin to, look out for PR strategies that you can use. First, let's start with what is the brand name? What is this brand color? Where is our office situated at? What's our mission and vision statement? What are we going to do? What is our clear objective? How do we intend to serve our clients? Who are even our clients? Who are audiences? So all of these are like processes of what PR is. And then, when all this comes together, and then it makes other people feel like, I'm not even a fan, or I'm not even your direct audience, but I'm interested in this. I want to buy a stake in this. I like your brand. I like this, what you're doing. That is PR. Like that is you've literally like done and changed a lot of what the brand should be, as against somebody who just wake up and just go to Canva, just put together a kind of a whack graphics design and post it on their Instagram page. See, as very small as that attempt is, even though it is from your heart, you're so pure with this, it is for a fact, it has put me in the form that, oh, who are those managing? Maybe they are just scammers. So everything in PR has to be planned. That means you look at what your family business is all about. What are we doing? How we are selling mattresses, how we are selling dolls, just like doing are we going to do, who are our audiences. So all of this planning comes together to ensure that we have an organized way of influencing people perception for the best. So why I'm reiterating all of this is because if you don't know what PR is, it's difficult for you to say you want to transition to be a professional, or you just get bored along the way. So it's very important you note all of these things. So I said here that as long as brand reputation remains key, PR will continue to play a valuable role in building and sustainable brand. So and sustaining brands rather. So if you're thinking that, oh, the world is noisy, everywhere you are seeing one marketing campaign, and you're seeing one of these. Instagram is crowded. You're seeing one influencer doing this and that. How do your brand stand out in a way that you're not even showing it? I'll give you an example of a brand like that. Piggyvest. Piggyvest is not putting into your face that, oh, we are out here. Buy this. I think the last ad, well, I would say had, because the meaning of an advert, the PR are very different, even though many people now mix them together. And we even have to do like an explanation for clients to tell them PR is different from adverts. Is that, that's like a television commercial, has been a long time I saw it from Piggyverse, and that was the first time I'm seeing for them. But you see what they do with their in-house communication, they do with their external communication. You see the way they treat their audiences, you see the way they communicate their objective, either through their tweets, their Instagram caption, their brand colors, the innovations on their app. All of these things are a way of managing their reputation and ensure that your perception of them remains the best. You know them as, oh, they're going to keep my money safe. But how do you know that? Is it just by the feature? Any bank can do that for you, right? Maybe a new app can do that for you. There are a lot of money saving app around, but you trust Piggyvest. If you don't, I do, right? So there's lots of saving apps that you see and you're like, I don't really trust this one, but you just go to Piggyvest app and you're like, oh my god, okay, I like this, I like what I'm seeing here. You see every of the plans they break down for you, and you like everything. You like how they break down your interest, how they're talking to you as if they know you, and how the fact that they don't even make your money too hard for you to withdraw when you need them. People talk about rainy days on Twitter. I'm like, well, I'm about to open my Piggyvest because rainy days is upon us. Like, if you just tell them, that can be a way that appeals to you. So let's get right into it. So here I said how to differ PR from other forms of communication. So PR has a purpose. So purpose of PR is there. We have PR as a tone. PR uses psychology. Yes, PR is psychology, human behavior, management, everything in one, because you can't do this without having the knowledge of this. I'm going to break down everything later. So relationship building, credibility, impact. So now if you can drop in the chat, I would just like you to drop a few things about what you know about PR right now. Like, just drop what you've gotten. That would help me to hear the fact that probably you understand what I've said. So let's go on. What PR is. So PR is a lot, right? But these are some of the things that I'm going to talk about. So PR and what PR is not. PR is corporate communications. PR is crisis communications. So corporate communications involves talking to internal and external audiences, the stakeholders, and how to improve, like I said, reputation of a brand, the organization. So everything is targeted to the fact that the overall image of the brand is improved. So let's take a case study of MTN. So back in the day, used to think of MTN as, oh my God, people would start, talking about MTN in a way that, oh, these people they're going to get burnt. Let me just use it. That's like the literal interpretation in Yoruba. Like, all of these people, they're taking Kiniko. But then you see, if you notice actually, over the past few years, we've seen that MTN has begun to appeal to people beyond the issues. Although the issues are still there, people still complain now and then. But then in a way, it has kind of like reduced. And also take an example, GT Bank also. GT Bank, clearly, have you on their soft spot, not just as your regular banking. You have them as some people you can, so they have knowledge in fashion. The Lagos Fashion Week, the GT Fashion Week. You have them on food, you have them on lifestyle. So this initiative from the bank corporate division to sell the brand to you. And we've took it, we'll buy it. MTN is probably I don't know the stats, and probably the best selling and the most used telecommunication brand in Nigeria right now. So that is because apart from their services, they invest in their communication. And please do not just say that anybody can communicate. So this profession is for you if you know that you have a thing with words. You have a thing with the way words are crafted. You have a thing with how you say certain things. You have a thing with what people should see people as. You have a thing with, I'm seeing this brand, I don't like the way this brand is. I would like to work on their brand, to change a bit out of them. Then this profession is for you. So PR is crisis communication. Favor mentioned that, so I'm not going to dwell on it. Digital PR. So even though digital PR is not something that is a big affair in Africa, you probably see a lot of abroad, or let me say Yankee agency, have an agency that is mainly in digital PR. Here in Nigeria, because of a lot of thing I would not like to say, we have a lot infused digital PR into our strategy. So, and a traditional agency can also give you digital PR if they have a division for that in that agency or something like that. So we have internal communication, we have brand development. So if you're thinking brand development, how a person moved from this point to that point, that's PR. PR is strategic communication. In fact, this word, you can't even do anything in PR without strategy. It has to be strategic. When I was talking about the meaning of PR that I mentioned, like it's deliberate, it is planned. So if it's planned, then definitely it has to be strategic. So PR is executive thought leadership, it is influencer relation or management, investor relations, media relations. So what PR is not? Please, PR is not spinning. PR is not, you're trying to look for a way to, you're just trying to twist it, so that we will not get to know the truth in all of those ones. No, PR is not spinning. PR is not propaganda. PR is not a press release. Maybe a bank, for instance, Erisco Food, they have an issue, so they now release press release. You now say, oh, that's their PR. That's not PR. That's just a PR effort, probably a PR tactic. But then that is not PR. That is not everything PR is. So there is someone I know on Twitter. So I was speaking with him yesterday, and then he is known as the PR prefect. So whenever there is sorry, let me just pull this. Whenever there is a kind of someone just quotes an artist issue, right? An artist issue, and then the person just come. That's not PR. So maybe for instance, let me use a relatable example. I don't know if you heard of Kaid issue about being hospitalized. Kaid is a music artist, and then someone quoted them, oh my God, this is a PR for Miss Kiniko and all of that. Those are the kind of things that are misconception. That is not PR. PR is not stunts. The Davido and the Whiskey issue back in the day, I'm saying back in the day, that's like last month or something. So, and people are like, oh, that's that PR. That's not PR. Please, if you're part of one of those people who do that kind of evangelism, that's not PR. Please. And if you see people doing that kind of thing, you have to correct them. So let me keep sharing. We have to correct them. So because that's definitely not PR. So PR is not party planning. You're not a party planner. We offer PR support. They are not a party planner. PR is not an admin assistant, and PR is not journalism. Pico. Yes, so let's go on. What is happening? So these are examples of PR tactics. Okay, so let me just quickly run through some of the relevance of the images I'm using. So from here, I used a picture from Dove. Dove is how should we call it now? You know, Dove is a brand from Unilever. I have something from Always, and I have something from Barbie. Every of these things, they are robust PR strategy. You know, the guys on this thing are, they're top notch. They know what to do with you. You remember a lot of people jumped on this Barbie trend. No, it's very subtle. Barbie has premiered. Barbie has been from Mattel for a long time. Its comeback last year was everywhere. So what do you think was major as that thing? It was not just hard. My brother, my sister, it's not just marketing. PR is there. And let me tell you for a fact, see, every effort that goes into creativity, there has to be public relation. I mean, I'm talking about creativity in the sense of all of the plans that you build, whether you're having a budget for marketing, you're having a budget for adverts. PR is core. So let me go to the other image. Yeah. So example of PR tactics. So we have PR is a communication. The communication model is non-linear. So while in school, or if you're still in school right now, we'll see that communication can be both vocal, we have written, non-verbal communication. So if communication model is non-linear, so you can see that activities for every client in PR, they are not the same. So we have tactics in public relations that can either include, these are some of them actually, they include newsletters. So we are seeing a newsletter from Adekunle Gold. He releases a newsletter. Last year this year AG has not been on his toes because he has been going on tour, releasing music and all of that. But last year there was a lot of letters from him because it was on Tio Tequila tour and his album was on that way. That is a PR tactic to get you to inform you that, oh, I am still here and all of that. Let me just give you this big example. So over the weekend, there was the Paris Fashion Week where Louis Vuitton partnered with Pharrell Williams. So Pharrell, I'm not sure I remember his last name. So Pharrell, and then we have a lot of our superstars there, the Afrobeat artists, and majorly all of the ones that we know, Mr. Easy, Whiskey, Adekunle Gold. And somebody, just probably put a comment there on Adekunle Gold page, and I was like, how did Adekunle Gold get to this point? So, see, as it may seem like a mystery to anybody. It may seem like, oh, maybe it's a song, maybe it is this or that. See, many of these things are very PR involved. They are all PR involved. Forget the fact that he has a manager. Of course, the role of the manager is there to, pull this string, but they are PR efforts. And then as we are going to see in the later slide, I mentioned that PR is very subtle. No, I think I've mentioned it actually, that PR tone is very subtle. For instance, apart from the fact that AG is signed to an international label, is signed to Def Jam. So we see that a lot of collaboration can be between high-level brands and this artist that needs a global takeover. So I work a lot with music artists. My agency is a boutique firm, so we get to work on a lot of briefs across industries. I work in entertainment, NGO, corporates, you just name it. So is there an issue? Okay, I think I can continue. So you just name it. So am I going? Okay, let me just continue. All right, so these things are not abracadabra. They are efforts by the label. Sorry, I think that noise is distracting. Sorry, who is that?
Samuel, please mute yourself. Thank you.
Okay, so you see these efforts in these people. They are not just there. They are not just there because there's a magic going on. They are PR efforts. So we see webinars too as part of PR tactics. So we see planning of this webinars too is a PR tactic. So you're not just ditching PR a webinar to your clients. Say we should do a webinar. You are planning the webinar for the client. So I'll talk about this one when I've talked about what. Okay, so let me move here. Let me move to how I transition actually. So my career basically started up very quickly. Like I mentioned earlier, I've been into journalism a whole lot. So, and this is because of the misconception about PR is. I didn't even understand what PR is when I was in school. Like we were told PR was passable, if that word can be used. It means that it was simple, everyone can use it. It's a 3-unit course and you can pass it quickly and all of that. And then advert was hard, right? That's why I didn't go to advert class actually. Probably so that's by the side. So I did PR public relations, and then I will tell you, I know I can read a lot, but I was just reading to pass. Right, so there was no knowledge about PR, but it is. I left uni before I start, interfacing with a lot of PR activity and be like, okay, what is going on? That was when I worked with an award company that needed a lot of restructuring around that time. So we were able to consult with different people about what they should do. And I was asking, okay, what is this? Oh, this is PR. We have to do this. You have to do press relation. We have to do public press release. We have to put the events now on the news. Okay, that's cool. But then it feels that, oh my God, I didn't know this was it. Everything I've known about PR in school is the relationship between organization and its publics. And that was seemed very big. Oh my God, what are they really doing? I was really curious to ask, what are they really doing? So when I got out of school, I was able to know, okay, PR people can do this. But it was not until I started my job actually that I knew what PR is a whole lot. I remember I did an interview with one of the a PR firm when I left school, and then I didn't even know that there's a different that the firm was a consulting firm and not an agency. So that's what you probably need to take note of. I was just talking to you. I want to work in your agency. Person was like, I don't run an agency. This is a PR consulting firm. I was embarrassed, my God. So yeah, so you need to know what you're doing. So I knew what I wanted after I left school. I was determined by the career choice. Okay, so this is what I want to do. And then research also. Like you have to do a lot of research. Before I went to camp actually, while I was in school, I think a few days before I left for my final year, one of my mentor was just asking me, okay, would you like to work for me? No, because I was telling her I want to work, you want to work for me or work with this award award organizing agency. And I'm like, okay, let me work for another person since I've been working with you before. That was my experience with the award firm. So that was when I knew what PR is, and thank God I chose that option. So while I left school, I also kept researching about what PR is. While I was on the job also, I was just doing research. What's PR? What do PR do? And let me tell you for a fact, so if you are here and you've gone to on Google and begin to search, oh my God, you've gone on Google and then you begin to search what is PR. A lot of people, including Indeed, fact. So the way I'm talking right now, I'm angry, right? Because like Favor mentioned before she left, there's a PR itself needs PR. Why? Because there's a lot of sections of what you know. So when you go on Google and search what is PR or what are Kinicom, Indeed, that's employability
websites will give you questions, will give you answers about PRs, and they are not right. Many of them are not right. One definition I saw over the weekend, someone said PR is media relation. PR is not media relations. So people need to get there. So when you are doing research, know where you are doing your research from. So I call myself a research junkie because I'm wild. Like there's probably nothing you want to tell me about a particular concept that probably do not have a little understanding about, or probably maybe you're saying it, I'm going to talk about it, I'm going to have something to say about it. So you have to be, fierce with research. Do your research, please. Research. Don't just stop your research on the first page of Google. Go deep down. Go to agency blogs, agency abroad, and all of that. Go and see agency abroad, agency in Africa, agency in Nigeria. See what they've written about PR. See what they've written about, transitioning. See what they've written about what PR interns or what PR junior associates should do. So read. That's the second one. Read. That's the third one, rather. Read. I read a lot about them. So I also connected and engaged with professionals in the field. I went on LinkedIn. I began to search for a lot of, PR agencies. And this is it. Like I said, this summit, I think is something you need to tell your friends about. Something you need to tell your friends in other schools about. Something you need to tell, even, go to YouTube a few days later. Send it to your friend, refer it to your probably a lecturer to probably see, and other summits and other resources that Nigerian Women in PR is going to share. Because a lot of students, mass communication students, whether they're in their master's level or in their degree or first degree level, know little or nothing about PRs or even agencies in Nigeria. So these things are very important. So when you go on LinkedIn, you will see that Nigeria has a lot of agencies, and this is probably on the PR side also. Many people don't even have a lot of posts on their Instagram. You don't even know about them. So many of the concepts that we've taken or the Nigerian PR industry have taken in the past has always been from the abroad firm and all of that. Then many of these strategies do not really align with what is in the Nigerian ecosystem. So you need to know the firms that are changing the game. Nigerian Women in PR is strategic enough to put these things together, and then once in a while, they will highlight professionals in Nigeria or the Nigerians that are doing well in this field. Follow them, research, connect with them, ask questions. In fact, let me tell you this: there's no wrong question to ask. Even if you think you're right, ask those questions. That is if you want to really level up your career and if you're serious about your career. So I also amplify on my skills and experience. So I write, I've written, I have bylines, a lot. So amplifying my skills and experience on my CV was very important. So that brings me to say you need to have a CV. Whether you are in 200 level, whether you're in 100 level, whether you're in 300 or 400, whether you've even graduated, get a CV that is good enough, that can compel reaction. Like I mentioned, I'm result driven. So if I'm seeing your CV and there's no results, results mean that from a feedback is coming, then there's something wrong. So amplify your skills and experiences on your CV, and that will come from what experience do you have? What experience do you like to get and all of that. I'll talk about that later. So also I joined the Comms Avenue. In fact, the Comms Avenue was where I got my job. My agency founder just put in a in-house recruiting kind of thing there. And I'm like, okay, I would like, and then ta-da. So let's go over to the next one. So let's go over to the skills you would need as a professional transitioning. But before then, let me quickly talk about what this job entails. Public relation cut across different industries. Like I mentioned, I've worked in entertainment and all of that. Some people are majorly in developmental PR, right? Some people are in tech PR. Some people are in fashion, film. I also work in film. All of those ones. But then, with the way this thing is very diverse, there are skills and requirements. Excuse me, please.
that are required for the job, but generally, a PR relation professional is a reputation manager, right? You know what to do about the opinion of your client. Like, let me give this example. So I worked with there's a particular song trending right now. I don't want to state name, or maybe I should. Okay, particular song trending right now, and then I've worked with the client in the early stage of his career. Before after he released his second official single. So everything we did for him, we created the communication plan, how it should look like. All of these things are part of it. How a brand should look like. If you're looking at your staff, for example, and all they are seeing is a mini skirt. Oh my God, I don't know what you are seeing as a PR student. You should see beyond the mini skirt that she's wearing. You should see beyond that face card. You should see beyond people that, sometimes when people even tag, right? When you see some effort, some PR effort, some very interesting creative stuff going on, see people they tag and see who are those things. For instance, Dusi Oyekon released his album as very small that we think the gospel music scene is probably like the second largest in Africa according to Spotify. So those people have crazy streams, permits my choice of word. Streams on Apple, Spotify, or YouTube Music. So you'll see that they don't just say that because I'm a gospel artist, I'll just go on Google, I'll just go and download a cover art image and just put my name and just put the list of the song there and just post it. You see how it tagged a creative person, a brand manager, it tagged the art cover creator on the announcement of that brand because it was necessary that we create something that people can. Because if you're looking at, I used the example of a family business the other time. If you're looking at a family business to go beyond the shores of Nigeria, looking at it to go beyond the shores of Africa, you need to think globally. That's why you're saying, oh, all of these people, they are trying to communicate in a global language to you. I understand it's beyond the miniskirt. She wants to appeal to the person in Brazil. She wants to appeal to you as a Nigerian and also to another person as a Ugandan, another person in Kenya. She wants to appeal to people in not in Chile, all of those places, a lot. And let me tell you for a fact, many of these people don't even care about your opinion. Let me just put this caveat over there. Because to the point that I know that I can speak of, most of your streams don't convert. If you're saying that, oh, I want to cancel this person because the person is not listening to African values, African culture, who do you think your streams help? Will your stream make them 1 billion hits at the next Spotify Wrapped? No. People who have the best digital awareness, they are outside the country. Africa is just coming up in digitalization. So most of the people are not even like singing for you. They are appealing to somebody else. So when they're looking at their branding, their reputation, their managers, their PR consultants are looking beyond this current picture. And that's what brings me back to the Adekunle Gold story. Look at how he has evolved from plating his hair to the merchandises he wear to the way he speak to the everything he has explored. He just wants to make sense to you. As a PR professional, to your job will entail that you're a communication expert. So you're an expert. Don't be a newbie. Okay, probably you can be a newbie, you're just coming up, but then you know your onions, my brother. You know your onions, my sister. You know what to say. And I know one person that they will ask, what do we do now? And this company wants to release this product. What do we do? Oh, I don't know. Maybe they should. Maybe no. Think of what they can do. Is it a baby food industry? Okay, the baby food. Who is our target audience? No, nursing mothers. These people here, pregnant women, husband, single parents, nurses in the hospitals or doctors or these people in the health centers. Those are your primary audiences. Look at the way you can communicate to them. How do they want this thing? What do they want in the baby food? You are a communication person. You don't play small. The way you type your messages, the way you speak to your clients, the way you even communicate your value is very important. You're a writer. Oh my God, that cannot be emphasized enough. In fact, you have to be a writer. Like, you don't just say you don't like writing. Right. You can learn on the job and grow, but you are a writer. You're writing. And what writing does is it helps you to improve the flow of your words from your head to the hand. So even if you like typing, okay, flow from your words from your head to your hand and the way you also speak. So please write something down. If you're a student here, you want to break into the industry, start writing. Write on blogs, contribute. Nigerian women in PR options are very open, especially when it comes to avenue, like I mentioned. You're a PR student and you're very serious with it. You have a portfolio you're building, you want to get noticed. Why not start writing? Send requests to them that you would like to publish this. Nigerian Women in PR has the Experiencing PR magazine. If your right stop is good, it's compelling, industry stakeholders will read it. I'm sure they will accept it. So you have to be a researcher. Your clients will expect you that you know about what they are doing. A few days ago, my colleague and I did that one. Let me use this for instance. You want to place your this is media relations, so you want to put your audience. Okay, so I did a plugin for my client for the BBC, so last year, ending of last year, and then writing the pitch. You can't just write a pitch to a BBC correspondent or a reporter on like, oh my god, our client is doing this and all of that. How will it benefit BBC? How does it benefit your client? What is your client doing? How do you articulate your words? Like research? Think of the fact that the person reading it is not AI. Even though we use AI now in PR, person reading it is not AI. You have to ensure that the reader understand that you know about them before writing. So it's not like you just put a pitch, and a pitch is what you write, for people for feedback, and especially to news journalists and all of that. So let's say you just write a pitch and just one template, begin to send it to everybody. Dear this, I hope this meets you well. And imagine writing a pitch to someone who works with tech kappa, that your client who is in entertainment, or your client who is for instance a total energy, clinical, if it does not appeal to them in a way of their own job, of the platform choice, they will not publish it. And that means you've not done your research well. So you're a researcher. You have to research. You have to do it. Build the passion for it. You're also a data nerd. Like, you like data. If you are not a data person, you will like data by force. You like data. Speak with data. Do this with data. You're advising people with data. They even coming to you that your job interview with the fact that, I've noticed that 70% of PR students don't get job. It's impressive, right? Yeah, so just data. Search on data. You're an advisor. Advise people. You advise your clients. You advise people on what to do. I mean, if I say people, please, it means your stakeholder, your publics, the primary audience of your messages, of people who can tell the impact of your messages. So you advise them, and all of that. You're a brand manager. You're also a creative expert. So branding is very important too. Like, I have a client in film that before now, if you search his name, begin to see certain things that he has written in the past. So our job in the agency to say that, oh my God, we have to take this thing out. Yeah, I don't want to see it. We don't want to see it. Because if my client is going to be nominated for the Oscars, I don't want people to be saying and be seeing some very, okay, for instance, there's some very funny blog headlines that you're going to see about somebody that just know this person is not serious. Abi, I don't know if you notice, you can relate to that. So those are the kind of things that you manage, the entire brand face. What are they doing? How did they put their caption? That is very subtle, even though that can be for your social media manager, person that has created the social media plan. So you're also a creative expert. You know what to do. You know how to do what you want to do. Let me just quickly here. Let me break down here and talk to you about what the kind of hierarchy that is in the agency. From agency, we can have the principal consultant or the principal officer. We can have senior brand consultant. We can have the associate. We can have the social media managers. We can have content writer. We can have program officer. We can have interns. All of those ones. So some of the things that we have in probably follow up in the brand, for instance, a lot of celebrities don't manage their page, right? So if the person is a client of a PR agency, the person actually, for instance, I will use, if you don't know this, Burna Boy is an example, and Burna Boy is managed by a PR agency called Bookie HQ. So what they've done is that they also manage his page. It's probably like a social media manager in the agency who is like a middleman between Burna Boy and the agency to talk about, okay, what do you want to post today? I'm posting this relation with him and all of that. So that is the kind of structure that works. And it can change depending on the size of the agency. So sometimes the PR person is also a manager. So this has also played out in some cases. The Savage current manager is also a public relation manager. She just became a manager officially, actually. And sometimes should not even work. It should not even be a case study. But many times, if the artist felt like, okay, I want you to manage me, because the role of a talent manager, not from the role of a public relation manager. Please don't get it twisted. Yes, so a manager can also mean that may not also be a talent manager, can also be someone who monitors your client progress. So quickly, let me just run through it. Social media experts, event support. You don't plan events, you support the events. Yes, to deliver those. I think she's alone. Okay, so I think these are the skills you will need to be a professional. Write. You need to know how to write. You will need to know how to write. Take courses on Coursera. On how to write them things about research also. You have to be able to do research. You're a researcher. You understand that. You're a reader. This is very important. My people, my agency usually say something. You cannot be living on that work. Like I'm asking, oh, we want to create this is a new client. What can we do for him? And we're trying to put together campaigns or things that have worked in the past. And I'm asking you, okay, what even happened on the Era store? Era store is Taylor Swift tour last year. It's called Era store. There's a lot of things that happen on that tour. That tour is the biggest selling tour as that our 24th century, because it sold billions of tickets. What did they do differently? So things they've done differently can apply to you locally if you're able to structure it, because strategy is a big thing of our plan of on our side. So you have to take note of that. We also do critical thinking. You're thinking, you know what to do. Like you're able to do this kind of thing. I know I mentioned that PR is narrative building, narrative shaping. So if you're not a thinker, you will not know that, I need to, change the narrative of this, how to do this thing, how to imply this, and all of that. This also play out in one of the industry that is very much hated in quotes, political space, political communication, like I'll call it. So if you don't know, a lot of your politicians actually, they have PR consultants who talk to them. For instance, Sanwo-Olu has one. It's a reputable agency here in Nigeria, in Lagos, Nigeria, that handles Sanwo-Olu's. Sanwo-Olu is Babatunde Sanwo-Olu is Lagos State governor. So handles is public relations activity. So it is very important that they are able to put certain processes in place that can restructure him out. So we have creativity and time management. So let me I think I'm really done. Yeah. So these are the bucket lists. This is just a bucket list of what you need to do. Invest in yourself, develop your skills, practice your writing, network and connect with industry professionals via LinkedIn. You need to know the names of application firms in your countries and their founder. Attend PR events. So, for instance, the World PR Day is coming July 16th. You cannot be a PR student who is willing to transition and you don't know about it. So you need to know about it, tell people about it, do a write up about it. That's a way to get noticed. That's a way to pitch yourself. That's where you can build interest and passion. Apply for internships, volunteer at events and projects, apply for professional certification. Coursera has a lot, Udemy, all of them. Just say on PR, introduction to PR. Do those ones as a basic before probably now to go to the next level of applying for the NIPR, the CIPR courses and all of that. And lastly, if you can get a mentor, get a guide. I personally just finished the Comes Avenue mentorship program. So if that is something, if PR is really something you're passionate about, I think you should get on that program. The Comes Avenue is a community for PR professionals across Africa. So check them out on social media and then, follow them up, get on the community, get to ask questions, get a guidance on what you want to do. And I'm sure that your transition will be smooth. I don't think I've missed out anything. I will just drop my I'll just
Thank
rest
you
my
very
case at this
much,
point. Yeah.
Temi. Thank you very much, Temi. Was very insightful, very engaging section. Please, if you are yet to follow Nigeria Women in PR on our socials, please kindly do that. We'll take in questions now. Please, if you have any question, can just signify with a raise of hand. Raise your hand or mute your mic. Let's get into it. Do you have any question? Okay, Farouk, please go on. Adeolu Farouk, please go on. Hi, Farouk, your mic is muted. Okay. Thank you, Mirabel. I don't think.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can. Please go on.
Yeah. How do you ensure maximum media coverage of an event? Like, what are the key considerations when planning for PR events? What are the things you look into when planning the PR event?
So if I heard you right, the consideration when planning an event.
Yeah, like exactly.
Okay, so firstly, I think it's for you to know what the event is all about. When you know what the event is all about, it is very easy for you to start a plan. If the event is depending on the industry actually. So when you know what it's all about, you start with knowing what. So let me just put it this way: what is the event going for? Is this event a press conference? Is this event a showcase, or is it a listening party or anything? What is this event?
No, like I'm just asking, considering any event, either
Okay, so
a listening party,
research,
a
ask
press.
questions from the client. You have okay, so research, ask questions from the client, have a clear goal of what you want to do. Of course, you have a publicity plan. That is the media that's going to be there, coverage and all of that. You have the public speakers and all of that. Also, you have a topic. And so you're also picking speakers based on the topic and their relevance to the goal of the event. So if your event is on childbirth mortality rate in Nigeria, you know who to speak to, you know when to plan, you know how, where it's going to be, where, how, the speakers on that event, the media you're even calling are going to be based on what your topic and what the industry you're talking to will be about. So you don't just invite, don't invite for Tekaba or let's say Olori Supergirl to your corporate events, except I don't know, except there's a bias going on there. There has to be people you're bringing on board to that particular. So you research, ask questions, then you look at what is the end goal of this. So what you want the event to look at the end of the time is what you have to like plan for it. So research, ask questions, you do your planning, publicity plan, then post event plans also. Which other blogs do you really like this to be? Is there a post publicity plan for this event and all of that? So those are the key things that I think you need to tackle.
Okay, thank you. I have another question again. Okay, can you please tell me like the tools or technology that you find most useful in PR today? And what tools can we newbies use to make things easy?
Okay. Okay, so AI is a big part of the job right now. Um, Time management is actually a big skill in PR. You have to be able to manage your time well. Deliverables are deadline linked and closed, and then you need to be able to identify the AI that works best for you. So use AI. First, I use Grammarly a lot. I like Grammarly for my writing and all of that. I use Microsoft Copilot a whole lot. I like it better to ChatGPT. So that works for me. And then Meltwater is actually a monitoring and a brand mention tool. So I use Meltwater and then some other measurement tools also in PR. So those ones are like big. And I think PowerPoint presentation and Canva. Let's say I'm creating a press kit, which we know as a media kit and all of that. So it has to come in handy. So yeah, some of those ones.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Temi. Do anyone else have a question so that we can? We are 11 minutes past our time, past our schedule.
Oh wow!
Does
Someone said
anyone
I
else
should
have a question?
skill needed so I can screenshot. Okay, so
Okay.
You can stop sharing your screen now, Timmy.
Okay. Anyways, all right. Thank you very much. I'll hand over to Ife. My advice, I am 8 months into the job. Yes, into PR. My advice would be definitely learn as much as possible. You will learn, you will make mistake, network. Please look out for people that can put you through. I am privileged to have a great boss, so it's been really helpful. Learn, network. Don't rely on your theoretical knowledge. On-hand experience is really different from what you learn. You will be shocked at the things that you experience. You want to join communities, join a lot of communication communities. It makes the job a lot easier. You are not going online randomly searching for media contacts that you can easily ask for on a community. Join as much communities as possible. Intern, learn a lot, be willing to accept feedback. It will look like they are shouting at you sometimes, but honestly, that's not what it is. It's just people just want you to be diligent. They just want you to be excellent at what you do. You're a communications practitioner. You don't expect to make mistake in the little things as you're writing. You don't expect to make that mistake. What you are putting out there is important. So be diligent, be open to feedback, and learn as much as you can. Thank you very much, Nigerian Women in PR, for this section. I had a good time.
Thank you so much. The group is still functional. We can still we'll send. Okay, then another thing I don't want us to forget. I'll put 2 feedback links on the group, on the WhatsApp group. So you send your feedback about what you've learned from each speakers. It will also help us to get you like more seasoned speakers down the line to different for different universities. So please kindly fill the feedback form. I'll send it to the WhatsApp group. You would see it there. Thank you so much. If you have any question, you can also check us out on our social media, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. I will send the links to our social media platforms on the group as well, so you can always join us and ask your questions. We have magazines you can download for free on our on the website. We have books that you can download for free on the website as well. So if you have any question, please check the social media. Like I said, it's there available for you to get resources. You can also follow our speakers on their LinkedIn pages. You can ask them questions if you have questions. So thank you so much for joining us. I would like us to switch on our camera so I can take a screenshot of everyone on this group. So please kindly indulge me and turn on your camera, let me see your faces. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I would take a screenshot as soon as I'm done. I still don't have the screenshot yet. Can you tell your friends to turn on their camera so they can okay. Please smile. We're not fighting. Smile. Oh shit. I don't know what's wrong. It's not clicking. Please give me a moment. So sorry we spent more than 2 hours. Okay. Okay, I think I have one. So thank you. I have the screenshot. Thank you so much. If you have any question, like I said earlier, check our social media pages. Our website is also there for you. Thank you. Do have a lovely day. And also, this video will be on YouTube. You can go back to YouTube to check. And if you want the slides of our speakers, you can ask on the group so they can send it to us and we can send it to you on the group. So please don't forget. Thank you so much. When I upload this video on YouTube, I will send the link also to the group so you can have access to it. So thank you so much. Do have a lovely day and enjoy the rest of your day and happy weekend. Bye.
Happy weekend.
Bye.
Thank you, Ife. Bye, Favor. Bye,
Thank
Temi.
you.
Bye, Favor. Thank you,
Bye.
Temi.
Bye.
Thank you, Favor.
Thank you.
Bye.
So much. Bye, Favor. Bye, Temi. Bye, Praise. I appreciate it.
Bye, Favor. Bye, everybody. So we can go with the phone. Thank you. Àti mi ò tí change it yàrá mi ò tí change it probably ó kàn fẹ́ fi kíní yẹn.
Your Thursday, your Friday. Thursday máa padà wá láti your Thursday. Èèmọ̀ bí a ti lè tètè. Ó jọ àná ìsìn. Bá a ní Thursday bá ń tàbá láyé àyè, wọ́n ti tó. Àwọn ní ọkọ̀ ọkọ̀ ẹ̀ máa ó ẹbí. Agbótọ̀ ṣe mú agbótọ̀ tó sọ̀rọ̀ agbótọ̀ ṣe. Àgbàbá ẹ̀ Thursday wọ́n lè àti SUG George àjọ ń sọ we use the student loan if you hope to pay on my share next everything my share next week everything my share next week unfailingly everything my share ẹ̀tọ́ print lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ kẹ́yìn. Àwọn ará bẹ̀yẹn kò fẹ́ sọ kí ni ó kọ́ tó yẹn fẹ́ lọ sí ẹsẹ̀ lórí iṣẹ́. David ni ó kàn ní kẹ́ lọ sí àti David yẹn máa kọ́ bá ó kọ àti ó kọ ẹ̀. sí ó láti kíákíá yẹn láti lè máa kà wọ́n. Eléyìí ṣé máa ń fún àgbéyàn lọ báńkì ẹ máa bá balẹ̀ kọ̀rẹ́ tí wọ́n ṣe máa ń sùn. Mo kàn sọ káwọn sáré ṣe káwọn ní kọ́sítọ́mà lórí bí wọ́n ti wà báyìí. Ní tágẹ́ẹ̀tì wọ́n lè ní èdè pé ọ̀rẹ́ bí sẹ́yìn. Ọlọ́mà àwọn wọ́n fẹsẹ̀ pé àwọn àmì ló fún ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní pé táwọn ẹgbà ó kọ̀ ní táwọn ẹgbà kẹgbà pé àkáǹtì ẹ̀ tí wọ́n kó lé wọn lọ́wọ́ pé ó yẹ ẹgbà gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ṣe ń sọ ní àná gẹ́gẹ́ ìdáyìí. Àwọn kan submit okọ̀ yẹn ni àwọn ti gba credit pé àwọn ti gba credit pé àwọn ti ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn ti ṣe iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n nìyẹn. Then account manager ló wá fi sọ̀wọ́ ẹ̀. Account manager nísìnyí ẹni tó mọ̀ bá yín máa ní àwọn tó wà lórí tébù nísìnyí àwọn jẹ́ yẹn wọ́n ní lẹ́jọ́ wọn sí ẹ̀rọ. Wọ́n kàn change àwọn bí àwọn ò lè sí Yorùbá ti dé àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ti ṣe bí fún lọ́wọ́ máàsì ó má mọ̀ rò pé ó yá ẹ wá fẹ́ lo jìbìtì ẹ wá fẹ́ lo jìbìtì ṣé ó jẹ́ pẹ̀lú báwọn bá ṣe ní sí àwọn làwọn ò sanwó yẹn àwọn gbèsè yẹn àwọn làwọn ò san so àwọn ò wá rí fẹ́ yín pé ibi tẹ́ ẹ ti ṣe BVN yẹn ẹ lọ bẹ̀. tó bá ti ṣe BVN yẹn BVN yẹn ni ó jáde ó sì bèrè BVN tó ti jáde lórí. Ayọ̀pẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹ̀sìn ọba ti wáyé tó torí lọ nísìnyí Sunday mo ti Monday máa ń bí báwo bí ní school ṣe rí tàbá ní lecture bóyá òjò Wednesday á padà wá àbí Thursday á padà wá. Untuk mobilan. Ini aja battery 48. 91 hour. 90 something. Old 1 hour long. Abẹ̀rẹ̀ ní 11. Àdẹ̀parí ní 115. 2 hours. 11 dot rather. Ọjọ́ yẹn máa gbà káàdì. Kí ẹ ti fẹ́ gba káàdì tẹ́lẹ̀ mọ̀ fún mi. Kò tí ì tó. Àwọn ìgbà káàdì nìkan ṣe gbogbo ilé ìwé ní iṣu àti ìyàwó mi fún mi. That's in the session. When is it? Àtọ̀wà bá wọn ni ẹ máa kó àwọn dọ́kúmẹ́ntì ìlànà ẹ máa kó dání báyìí náà. Kò tó yẹ ká kówé dání nígbà tó pé wọ́n ti ọ̀rẹ́dì ṣe níbẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n ó ní ká tún kó àwọn ìwé yìí dání. Wàá mọ̀ bóyá nǹkan máa ṣe ń jọ yẹn sódà ni ó fi tètè yá wa akọ everything tá bá ti kó dání then a kàn lọ bẹ̀ yẹn á lọ gba printer ti BVN yẹn a kàn wá fún wọn ni ní tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ ṣe kí wọ́n mọ̀ ṣe láti orí printer ti BVN yẹn bó bá sì wù wọ́n ni kí wọ́n ṣe tí mọ́tò fi sọ pé nǹkan kan báyìí ẹ̀rí bó ti wà tí a bá ti sọ náà àti gba printer ti yẹra yìí á kàn wájú wọ́n kàn tí èdè ó kọ yẹn lásán ó parí. lè gbowó jáde nínú mo fi lè oníjọ yẹn lè gbowó jáde àwọn báńkì yẹn ojoojúmọ́ lẹni wọ́n máa ń change. wọ́n gba jùbà lọ ẹ̀rú mọ̀tò ó lẹ́nìkan tí n bá pé o envelope tí mo ní kí nígbà